New at 9, some of Utah's law enforcement leaders are joining others nationwide to stop the current situation at the U.S.-Mexico border.
Nearly 300 sheriffs across the country have signed a letter to President Biden citing their concerns. Lauren.
Fox 13's Brian Schnee spoke with two sheriffs who signed the letter and asked why they joined the push to roll back changes to immigration.
I know that throughout the world, the United States has a lot of enemies. We have a lot of people that would like to do harm to us and to our citizens, to our children.
Sheriff Ken Carpenter from Iron County says that he looks at things a little differently than other sheriffs as a 20-year veteran of the Marine Corps.
By allowing people to come across our border unchecked, we're inviting a very dangerous situation for the nation as a whole and for the safety and security of our people.
With nearly 300 signatures on it, Carpenter is the only Utah sheriff to sign this letter to President Joe Biden regarding the status of the U.S.-Mexico border. The letter addresses a strain on public safety from unchecked illegal immigration, with examples of transnational gangs, guns, drugs, and trafficking.
From a sex trafficking and a human trafficking standpoint, again, that's a huge problem that we have right here in Utah.
The Biden administration had responded to the situation on the border and pressure rollback policies. Just last month, Ambassador Roberta Jacobson, White House coordinator for the southern border, said repeatedly in a news conference in Spanish and English, the border is not open. The letter reads at one point, America's sheriffs urge you, Mr. President, to reverse course and help us protect our communities by securing the southern border. Policies at the border have changed since President Biden took office, including border wall construction halted, and his administration stopped Trump's migrant protection protocols.
There's a lot of problems that come into our nation that aren't necessarily the immigrants themselves, but do have to do with organized crime and people that do want to do our country harm.
We need to strengthen those borders.
Elko County, Nevada Sheriff Aitor Narveza and his family immigrated to the U.S. from Spain. He, too, signed the letter.
I support it. I support the borders. I support the other sheriffs. I believe that we have to protect other people. We took an oath to protect the people of the United States, and I don't believe we're doing that right now.
Something interesting about the letter is the amount of sheriffs that did not sign it from here in Utah and from border states like California, Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona. We reached out to more than a dozen folks in those areas, some getting back to us by saying this is the first time they've seen the letter. The department who sent out the letter in the first place sent it to a contact list. They were depending on those sheriffs to send it to others. Brian Schnee, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Only 3 sheriffs of the more than 20 U.S. border counties signed the letter, which originated from a department in Massachusetts. One sheriff from a border county in Texas did tell Fox 13 today was the first time he'd seen the letter, and if he'd seen it earlier, he likely would have signed it.